everyone. Welcome to week 4, aka the halfway mark in the semester. I can't believe we are halfway through the semester, but I am very excited for everybody. You should be very proud of everything you've done so far. You've made it. You should feel very accomplished. But let's just dive right into what week 4 will look like. So you are going to get one of the required assignments for this course, which is your informative speech. The other required assignment will come a little bit later, and that will be the group project, but let's not focus on that right now. We're focusing on the informative speech. So in Monday's tab, you'll see everything that you need for your informative speech. You'll have your full packet, instructions, your rubric, APA references, examples, video example of a former student in one of our face-to-face classes, and a template that you need to download, which is required to use, which will only benefit you because you have kind of a broken down template of how to organize your speech. And since we are a beginner class and we're all learning, it is wonderful to have a template to go on, so you don't have to stress about that. This speech assignment is due in week 5, and so you have 2 whole weeks to turn in that topic, to start researching, to get everything together. And it's going to be wonderful, and I look forward to viewing all of those when the time comes. But just get prepared and review everything at your own accord, so there are no surprises down the line. Again, the instructions are all there. Once you review everything, if you have any questions or need follow-up or clarification, just email me sooner rather than later just to help you. So that's that. Tuesday, that's when you'll actually start back up. That is your topic selection worksheet. This will officially be the way you choose your topic that you'll be speaking of. So review the brainstorming feedback if you haven't already, because that will guide you into making a correct choice. Reflect on your audience. Reflect on something that you would find interesting to research, but also makes sense for my audience to hear about. Now, if you're trying to think and you get to the point where you're like, how is this relevant? Look real quick back at my week 2 feedback video. I briefly touch on relevance and what that could look like, so it can give you a better scope of what we're talking about, because I think some people get carried away when it's when they think about how it's relevant. So take a look at that. On top of picking your actual topic, you will also share your main points. There's a small example to help you. Share your thesis statement. There's an actual example to help you as well. I make it pretty narrow with the structure just to help you in this kind of fast-paced online course. Most of you had a great time, I think, picking your brainstorm, and hopefully that can just roll over into this topic selection worksheet so you don't have to stress over it, and it'll just be kind of very quick and kind of get you going. So that's for Tuesday. Moving on to Wednesday, you are going to do a video analysis. So one thing you're going to realize as you start researching your speech is that resources vary. It's very important to sound credible, and how you do that is by, verbally saying your sources, having a good foundation. There's a lot of different ways. So we are going to constructively, that's the key word here, criticize or review a video of a young woman giving a speech. And this is neutral, meaning, and again, you'll read this, but meaning that it doesn't matter if you believe in the topic that's being discussed, or if you just don't like her face or something along those lines. As a analyzer, as a reviewer, you need to strip away kind of your opinions, especially if it's like a neutral topic, and focus on dissecting the format of the speech, by dissecting how things could be improved, if anything. So how was her nonverbal communication? How was her formatting of the speech? Did I hear a thesis statement? Was there a clear objective? And start asking yourself these analytical questions and kind of remove your personal biases out of the way, because that's not the point of being a neutral analyzer when we're trying to give back some constructive criticism. So if we had time and we did persuasive speeches, maybe there's some topics that I personally would not agree with you on and you're trying to persuade me, but I wouldn't put my personal biases on you. I would grade you very neutrally based on the presentation you gave. And that's what we have to work on as well as growing communicators. So a video analysis, watch the speech, answer the questions, really reflect on your biases, how to give constructive criticism, how to remain neutral, and we'll go from there. But really keep an ear out for the type of information that she's sharing and see if that helps her credibility, because as you research, you're going to do verbal citation in your speech, which you'll find out when you review your packet. But with that, you'll see that it's very important and really enhances your credibility because you have nothing to hide once you share where you got your information from. So keep a lookout for that. I hope you have fun with Wednesday's assignment. And the very last thing is our APA practice. So APA stands for American Psychological Association, and it is a formatting tool or formatting way to cite your sources. So some of you might be familiar with MLA, which is another formatting of your citations and research, but APA is what social sciences use. So we're going to use it as communicators, and it'll just benefit you for knowing another way of formatting your citations, your research, in a very compact, organized way where a reviewer like myself can easily look through your citations, see exactly where you got your information, can click on the resources if I have to, dig deep, and there's nothing to hide. So this is just another way to format that. So you will create a very small sample by opening up a Word document, looking at 2 different links that are posted in the thread, creating those citations, and then formatting them and submitting it into the thread as a Word document. So it'll just give you a small amount of practice to better understand the formatting structure. So whenever you complete a reference page for your speech, you already have that confidence to complete it in a more quick manner without basically learning it. But I know usually I have a few students in my class who are familiar with APA already. So if not, take this again as a learning opportunity to kind of get familiar with a different formatting style. So APA is what we're looking for. Everything in this week is geared towards speaking and speeches. So stay tuned for a little bit more on that as we kind of build and work through our speech assignment and then eventually submit it in the end of week 5. But I look forward to reviewing all your topic selections and looking forward to receiving any emails if you have any questions. So we'll talk soon.